We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, testing key resistance levels and trying to fight to hold support here in the second half of the day. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 2 p.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 170% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to hold support here in the after hours after breaking through key support levels and rejecting off a key resistance. And in today's video, we're going to break it all down, what key levels I would watch going into tomorrow, what's going on with the inflow versus outflow, and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our AMD bot. Our AMD bot at 9:10 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness down 42 vision, and put options went up 70% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump to these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from bright green bars today to white with red borders into the second half of the day. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, under a bear indicator in the second half after having some volatility here at the first half of the day, getting a bull indicator around 474, hitting a high up here of 475.80 area, and quickly starting to get dominated again and canceled out by a bear indicator here within the charts in the second half at the 475 level, a crucial resistance that we were watching. It reached it, it had trouble staying above it, broke through the support of the day at 473, and the levels that we were watching below that all the way down to the 467 level, right? 467.50 was a crucial support we did not want to ignore, as well as the 470 area, and both have been tested, right? Here it is trying to fight to stay above the 467 level, and it's going to be crucial and critical to not ignore the inflow versus outflows as well, which we're going to pull up in just a moment to see what's going on. But here we are with the bear indicator dominating on the 30-minute, and if we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see in the bigger picture a bear indicator popped up for the first time in the last 3 days, since the bull indicator from down here at the 470 area, and a bear indicator popped up at the 475.30 level, and it's been dominating here in the second half, and a full transition has happened from the rip area to the dip area of white with red borders. Definitely something to not ignore here in the bigger picture. Now, when we zoom into the volatility of the chart within the 15-minute, we can see that a bear indicator popped up here in the second half of the day at the 475 area, canceling out that bull indicator from the 474 level, and a full transition happened from the rip area to the dip area, and it is trying to fight and hold itself up here above the 470.50 area and getting itself above the 468 level in the after hours. It's going to be crucial and critical for inflows to pick up to justify any move to the upside and possibly cancel out this bear indicator with a possible bull indicator. And that's what we're going to break down in today's video and what key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, with inflows dominating in the first half of the day. You could see it hitting a high here of 1.77 on the 30-minute, but then in the second half of the day, outflows cross, and this is some of the lowest and highest outflows that we've seen in the last several days and weeks, hitting lows down here of negative 8.93, some of the lowest levels, again, that we have not seen in the last several days and weeks, right? Dropping from 475 all the way down to the 467 level. Now, I'm going to be watching this very carefully here going into tomorrow, as the 30-minute has done a full transition on 42 vision and outflows have slowed down. It's going to be crucial if the bulls want to have any strength popping up and reflecting into these charts for this to switch from red to green and head towards the midpoint within these charts. Now, if we go ahead and zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could go ahead and see here as well some of the largest outflows that we've seen. Again, as I stated earlier on the 30-minute, within the last several days and weeks, we have not seen outflows this low and this high at the negative 6.5 level on the 1 hour chart, and they crossed over in the second half of the day as well at around the 475 area, right? And another full transition from the rip area to the dip area. So definitely something to not ignore here, as it's trying to bounce back up in the volatility in the after hours, and these inflows need to start picking back up to justify the move so far, bouncing from the 467.50 area back up to 468.40s. And if we zoom into the 5-minute, just to show you guys the volatility here, it is trying to reverse itself back up. And look how fast those inflows are trying to pick up here in the volatility of the 15-minute. We're going to look at it in just a moment, but this is the 5-minute, and you could see it there. It needs to cross to further reflect any strength into these charts. And here we have it with the 15-minute switching from red to green and pushing itself back up already towards the midpoint, going from -8 to -6 here on the outflows. And it's going to be crucial for it to continue to further reflect any strength into these charts. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys, and the first support level is the 467 level. If these outflows continue to the downside or even further down on the 30-minute, the next support I'll be watching is the 465 area, and then below that is the 463 level. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to continue here on the 15-minute, reflect that strength into these charts if it could cross the midpoint, and try to roll that over onto the 30-minute as well, switching from red to green. And the first resistance is the 470 area. Then above that comes the 472 level, and then I'll be watching the 475 area. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them, as on the 15-minute, it is starting to push itself back up. And as we saw it on the 5-minute, it's getting pretty close, but it's going to be crucial for that strength to roll over into the larger time frames from the 15-minute all the way up to the 30-minute to start reflecting any further possible strength and getting those possible bull indicators by canceling out those bear indicators. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.